Okay, so I know I said the next video would be talking about organizing your ideas, but what if you don't have any ideas to organize? What if you're just completely stumped and you can't come up with an idea to start writing about? This can cover basically being stuck in writer's block, or if you're just trying to come up with a new story to start working on and you just can't. Basically, what I do when I'm feeling that way is I turn to the things that most inspire me. I'll look at photos, I will watch my favorite movies, I will watch related TV shows, I'll read books, I'll listen to music that kind of encapsulates the kind of mood and feeling that I'm trying to put into my story. And all of those things really helps me out. I believe there's even there's websites that you can go ahead and just use to go ahead and find related material like Pinterest. If you want visual aids as far as like ideas for how characters might like look, or just look, sometimes I'll have it happen where I'll just look at a person and go like, that person looks really interesting. I wonder what their life is like, and then I start coming up with ideas of what their backstory would be, why it is that they look the way that they do, why they have this attitude that they're carrying, this aura that they have around them. I'll come up with those things just from looking from an image. Pinterest is a great site to just kind of surf and fool around and look at that kind of thing. As far as kind of coming up with plots, you can even just look at strange news. Go to websites that have like the most bizarre stories and then try checking those out, and it can just be the news in general. Just read the news. Check out what's actually happening in the world, and then you'll be really surprised by some of the amazing stories that people will have, and then you'll read it and you'll just be like, what if somebody else went through that same scenario but did it this way? Or what if, instead of just things kind of going this way, maybe instead of this guy being trapped in a burning house, he was trapped in a burning house with an alien, or I don't know, just weird things. And that's one way that you can go ahead and start generating his ideas, is just looking at real life. Let me see, I mentioned listening to music, Pandora, and I think, I don't know if Last.fm is free anymore, and actually I think Pandora might be going paid only. But like, there's lots of other internet radios and just places where you can find music. YouTube actually is a great place to find music. Listening to music, whatever it is that maybe you're kind of in the mood for, or maybe just stuff that, just whatever it is that you like. Listen to it and then just kind of close your eyes and focus on it, and then kind of try to come up with imagery that kind of conveys what you're getting from the music, and that can really spark a lot of ideas. I came up with a story idea the other day listening to Ellie Goulding's Only You. It was just, I just kept on listening to it ad nauseum, and this image started to appear in my head of like these characters going through an apocalyptic landscape, and then, having like all of these different feelings kind of trying to invade in on their attempts to survive. And it was really cool. So that's something that, it's really common, but it's funny, because when people like ask like, how do you come up with your ideas, and I'm going like, there's so many places that are just like things that you can do that are just right in front of you. Watching your favorite movies or TV shows, that is probably the best. Going to the theaters, like I always go into the theater wanting to coming out and then just wanting to write. Like, oh wow, that was an amazing, action flick or amazing fantasy movie or something like that. Like it can be anything, and I'll just go like, I need to write like what the ideas that I started just kind of getting from seeing this. It's art really does help foster art. So kind of looking at that kind of thing can really help motivate you. Looking at what other people did really is kind of makes you think like, well, they can do it, and let's go ahead and talk about that a little bit more. As far as like independent art, let me tell you, there's lots of web series that are free on YouTube, and of course, there's always art galleries in your area, pretty much, that you can go ahead and go to look at, or you can go online and then look at art from people that, you know, aren't entirely famous, but you know, there's so many different ideas that are out there, and then just like DeviantArt. I mean, DeviantArt is not my favorite website, but there are a lot of really good artists on there, and they do have really incredible imagery, and you know, you can come up with stories just from looking at that kind of thing. Like I said, it's the same thing with Pinterest. You look at something and then you just go like, this character looks really compelling. What are they like? Who are they? Why do they look the way they are? Why are they at the place that they're at? So that's another thing again. Just to kind of go back to how maybe TV shows and movies can help inspire things. When I started Eikasia, I was watching a ton of Xena Warrior Princess. Tons of it. I was saturated from watching that kind of thing. And it wasn't just that. I mean, it was a lot of, and then my interests were kind of really related to that. I was watching a lot of other, you know, fantasy type kick butt stories. Like I watched this old movie called Fire and Ice, you know, from way back in the day. I forget who the artist, but he does amazing fantasy art. If you look it up, Fire and Ice, it's a fantasy sword and sorcery type adventure, and it was, it's interesting. It does suffer from some of the, like, it's a good movie. But anyways, this is what I'm trying to say is that, like, you know, when I was into Xena, I was into things that of a similar nature, and all of these things just kind of rolled into one. But you know, at the forefront was Xena, and I was like, I really want to make a story that's like this. I really want to make a story that has kick butt women going through a dangerous world, encountering fantastic, you know, like really fantastic adventures, and you know, just having fun with that. So that was my experience, having something that I love kind of helped be a springboard for what I wanted to do. So in case you guys are trying to come up with ideas for doing a story, I mean, honestly, there's so much inspiration around you. So much. So much. So go ahead and explore all realms of thinking, all realms of, you know, art. You know, just get your hands dirty, and you'll be surprised with some of the things that you'll come up with yourself. So that's my tidbit about trying to find inspiration. And honestly, you know, stories don't need to be terribly complex. I think sometimes people get caught up in trying to make it like big, sweeping, you know, epics, you know, with lots of things going on at once. Like, not all stories need to be Game of Thrones, you know? So, you know, all props to George R.R. Martin, but it's like, it doesn't need to be something that you need to have a scholar to come help you figure out. It can be a very straightforward thing, you know. It all basically, you just need a sympathetic character, a conflict, and an eventual resolution. That's basically what a story is. So I hope you guys found that kind of useful. Next video, for realsies this time, is going to be how to organize your ideas once you start having them, so that you don't start to feel overwhelmed and then just want to say fuck it. So thank you guys for watching. My name is Illise Montoya. If you guys want to check out my work, go ahead and check the video description. I write Eikasia, I write Akumu Love Panic, and the soon-to-be coming Kliff's Edge, and those are all for free online. So if you guys want to check those out, please do. Thank you very much for watching. I need to stop doing the thumbs up thing, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.